Hi, my name is Rodney, the Rotifer.
And I'm Dr. Sniffles, and this Rotifer is my greatest discovery.
I'm Professor Richard, and Dr. Sniffles is my greatest discovery.
So hi everyone, welcome to Dr. Sniffles' podcast. Today we'll be talking about rotifers, and I brought with me my two good friends, Rodney, who is actually a rotifer, and Dr. Richard.
My name Rotifer means wheelbarrow in Latin, and I am one of 2,000 different species that constitute the Rotifer phylum. The Rotifer phylum has fossil records dated back from 55.8 million years ago.
Even though rotifers are microscopic species that typically measure from 200 to 500 micrometers long, they are recognized as animals due to their multicellularity, body cavities partially lined with mesoderm, specialized organs, and a complete digestive tract. And now we'll be directing this over to my correspondent Cameron, who will be talking about some phylogenetic trees of Rotifera.
So first, I just want to start this off by showing the phylogenetic trees made by Dr. Sniffles and Professor Richard. As you can see, the 16S phylogenetic trees they made from the DNA sequences of the taxa. And here is the phylogenetic tree constructed from the data matrix. As you can see, in the sequence tree, Rotifera is most closely related to Mollusca, its sister taxa, while on the other data matrix tree, Rotifers is most closely related to Annelida. Now, if we look at the tree published in a journal article, we find that Rotifers is the most closely related to the Mollusca in accordance with the taxa used for our own trees. However, this tree is different from our 16S DNA sequence tree because it uses different DNA sequences and more taxa than Professor Richard and Dr. Sniffles used in the lab.
So, Professor Richards, could you tell me about the origins of the Rotifera phylum?
Yeah. A hypothesis about their origin is that their taxon, Syndemata, originates in the clade Spiralia and is closely related to flatworms. The Rotifera phylum consists of 3 different classes.
V is the largest class with approximately 1,500 species, and it has the highest morphological disparity, and they're mostly free-swimming.
Yeah.
The Bedelioida comprise completely of 400 species. They're known for cryptobiosis, which allows them to survive drying in their environment. And the Paratatoria consists of only 3 species, which are regarded to be the most primitive and perform gamogenetic reproduction.
So, Dr. Richards, what do rotifers typically eat?
Well, most rotifers are omnivores, and they feed on dead or decomposing materials, as well as unicellular algae and other primary producers in their aquatic ecosystems.
We feed by using the crown cilia to draw food into our mouth, which we chew and send through the pharynx to the esophagus, which opens into the stomach. Digestion and absorption occurs in the stomach, and waste is excreted through the anus. As unfortunate as it is, we are also important as food for larger fish and zooplankton, and we grow and reproduce very quickly. From an egg to a reproducing adult in 18 hours, meaning we're very abundant source of food.
So, Rodney, how's your sex life been?
Weird question, you might ask. Well, rotifers are dioecious, meaning we have distinct male and female organisms, and I am a male. Males don't have a digestive tract and normally don't live for very long. So I've been out, if you know what I mean.
Several types of reproduction have been shown in rotifers. Some species demonstrate parthenogenesis, where the female asexually reproduces daughters. Our other species produce 2 eggs that are produced by parthenogenesis. One leads to females, and the other leads to males that can't even feed themselves. These individuals then copulate, resulting in a fertilized egg in the rotifer. The eggs are released and hatch in the water.
Rotifers are protozoans, which means that they first develop the mouth from the first developmental opening, the blastoform.
Rotifera are also dimorphic, meaning females are always larger than males, sometimes up to 10 times your size.
What?
They only have a single testicle and sperm duct, while females can have up to 2 ovaries. During reproduction, the male penetrates and ejects its sperm into the female body cavity.
So, Rodney, how do you move around?
Rotifers are primarily found in freshwater environments, moist soil, and still water. And to survive in these environments, many rotifers swim using their coronal cilia to pull them through the water. Some other rotifers live on mosses and they rely on leech-like movement to get around. And finally, some rotifers are immobile and live inside tubes that are attached to a substrate. So Rodney, why don't we head back to the lab, run some tests, you know?
Nah, I'm good.
You don't really have a choice, though.
Run.